Hey y'all, it's me Rodney at Rusty Relics and
It's me, Missy, with Rusty Relics.
Yep.
Good
morning everybody.
Hi,
hey Donna.
Guys. How
hey Karen.
y'all?
Kat, good morning.
Good morning.
I didn't see you today, Kat.
I didn't see Kat today either.
Really? You left before Kat got there?
I did.
How dare you?
How dare me. Yep. All right, so today's project is kind of another waste not project.
Waste not, want not, y'all.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now, is I'm just trying to use stuff that's in the house and it's collected, and I just want to repurpose it and that kind of stuff. So that's where we're going. And as much as it is in Christmas season and everything, when you work retail, you're kind of like a little bit ahead. So I'm out of Christmas, even though I'm in Christmas, and I'm kind of thinking of winter mode too. So after you take down the tree and the lights and the reds and all that kind of stuff, how for me, I still use I still love my trees and that kind of stuff, so I still want to use them for January into February, that kind of stuff. So this is the project that I'm working on today, so that I can still use those things after Christmas is over. And it's kind of like a recycle project. So that is what we're going to do today. And I can show y'all a sample of it because I've already made one. Can I do that?
Yes.
Yeah. This is what I'm going to do today. So what I did was I used the Amazon shipping package and I did this bag, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show y'all how I did this. So that way, these are my Christmas trees for that I didn't use these this year, but I'll use them in after I take all my Christmas stuff down. I'll still use these in January and stuff. So I like to display them, and I like how this turned out. So let me show you how I made that. It's real easy. I used a sheet of tissue paper and an Amazon paper bag, which we have tons of these right now because of the ordering season, So I'm going to reuse this for to make that little sack to put the trees in, so I can decorate after Christmas with this kind of stuff. So you could also do it with Christmas. You just use Christmas tissue paper or whatever. But I'm just going to go neutral. So that way I could actually take those trees out and actually put florals in them. So if I go neutral, I can use it throughout the year. That's my thought process.
That's right.
So
good morning, Tina. Good morning, Sandy. Kathy, how are y'all doing today?
Good morning. So what we're going to do is use, this is just a tissue paper that I have here at the house. It looks like newsprint. So it's neutral. It fits my style and my vibe. So you can use whatever tissue paper you want if you decide to do this. And all you need is a paper envelope. Amazon sends you stuff in the paper envelopes. You just want to save it. The first thing that I did on that one is, when you open them, if you're going to reuse these, think of how you open them, because that one I opened up much better, but this one I did not. But the first thing I did, and this is probably kind of the hardest, is I flipped my bag inside out, because this is flat and I don't want the flat side to be I don't want it to show like that. I want it to look more like a sack, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I just flipped mine inside out, and then I just push it all the way out.
Donna said that's a good idea. Karen said I love that. It's
Okay.
So cool.
I'm glad, because I didn't know. I was like,
And Carol said, good morning, Missy and Rodney.
Good morning. So you just want to carefully push your edges as close out as you can. And I just kind of push down, because it's got that flat seam all the way around. I just kind of push it. And also the flat seam down there also gives you a little bit more stability on the inside. Which I also saved a box that I can put, that I can just break down and cut up and put on the inside of the bag too. You'll see that though.
Barb said, yay, I'm almost on time as I slide into the light.
Slide on in. And see, I like how that seam looks more than the flat edge seam. But I will say it would be easier to decoupage with the flat seam, but it's really not that hard. You just want to make sure that it's all flat and smoothed out. Now, I love all the wrinkles, you know I do, so that way it gives it character and that kind of stuff. So we're going to just do that. Make sure that I have it on both sides. And what I am going to do on this one is I am going to cut it down some. So here's my tree. Here's my other tree that I like to use, which is cute just like it is. But I think it'll be much cuter in like a little bag. So this one's bigger, and this tree is smaller than those, so I kind of want to cut it down a little bit because my box will be right here. So I think I'm just going to cut it down to about right here. Put my tree back over here.
Just in case you guys keep wondering why I'm resizing and doing all this stuff with the little laptop video, it's because I got a notification from YouTube that my bitrate stream was getting too high for their thing and that it might cause buffering. So I didn't want the videos to be buffering on you guys. So that's why I resized my stuff and changed the resolution on the camera on this end.
So on this one, what I did is I kind of just folded it over, which if you do that, you might have to tear your side a little bit, unless you can just work it.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah, I did. I was able to do it. That one I had to kind of tear it a little bit on the side. And I'm just trying to make it as even as possible, but again, it's okay if it's not. And just look at your sides and kind of just flatten them out. There it goes. There it goes. I might not have cut it even. It looks even. Does it look even here?
Yeah. Well, once you flatten out the bottom with the trees in it, it won't matter.
It really won't matter. Anyways. I just try to make it as even as possible.
I'm not gonna lie. When she did this last night, I thought that was the coolest project ever. So
I like it because it's really simple and it's not that hard to do. Okay, so on that one, I only decoupaged one side of it, and I just painted the back side of it. So you could do it however you want to do it, because mainly it's going to be seen from the front. So that's how I did this one. So even though this is light brown and this is, you know, tan, I still want to paint it white so that way it's just really shows through. So I'm just using, this is kind of a mixture paint here. It's a little bit of cotton, a little bit of drop cloth. I'm just trying to clean out my paint containers and waste none of it. And I didn't use any water because I have thinned out my paint. And I'm just using a chip brush.
Karen says, I love that it's recycling.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's really cool.
I'm kind of, that's kind of where I'm at right now, honestly. And just doing a thin coat. And the good thing about this is it's paper, so it dries kind of fast.
Yeah,
you don't want to do a heavy paint or anything. You just want it to be a light, thin coat. And I'm just spreading it on there, and it's okay if it has some of these wrinkles, and you don't have to worry about it because you don't want to saturate. You do not want to saturate your paper with paint.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because then it'll get soggy. And soggy paper doesn't really look all that well.
It doesn't. And for this project, I'm not using Mod Podge. And the reason why I didn't go with Mod Podge is because it takes a little bit longer to dry and it's thicker. So I'm using Dixie Belle's Clear Coat and Flat. Is what I have on hand. But that is what I'm going to use to apply the tissue paper on it. So I'm gonna dry this, but I'm gonna get something for my hands so I can keep my hands clean. Because I didn't think about that. Yeah,
that is a great idea. Keep them hands clean.
I didn't think about that. And if I'm gonna use wax,
good morning, Judy. How are you doing today?
I'm gonna use this.
So if y'all just now catching the video, we're making something cool out of some packaging bag from Amazon.
Yeah, just the Amazon packaging bag. Which is, I mean, you can see it drying. It dries really quick. Especially if you use a thin coat.
Yep.
A thin coat is key here.
We're just using some leftover paint that's gotten actually kind of thick. Kind of thicker than usual. Golly. Whew, that's loud. Hopefully that didn't scare everybody as much as it scared me, because I thought it was going to be the heat gun, but the hairdryer is much louder.
It is. I can't find my heat gun. I know it's somewhere in there. I know it is. I just can't find it.
Guys, I want to tell y'all a secret. We have 3 of them.
I know 2 of them are at the store, but the one that's in there I can't find. So I'm trying not to. But yeah, I mean, it dries pretty quick. So this is the tissue paper, which on this bag is bigger. This tissue paper fit the whole entire bag. She's trying to go in the.
I wish y'all could see this. Cammie is trying to go in.
She's trying to go in the bedroom.
In Emily's room, and she's trying to open her door.
Because I busted out the blow dryer.
Oh,
so I'm trying to.
She didn't bark this time. Wow.
She's learning. I'm trying to see what all images I really want on here.
Cammie. Goofy pup barking.
So I think I'm going to go like that.
There you go. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I really like that paper.
I like the card and stuff. It's really cool. It just looks like a newspaper.
It reminds me of those bags we used to carry at the store.
Yes.
That were suddenly they increased the price like 300%.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What kind of envelopes were those called?
I
Those were
cannot
flat
remember.
envelopes. We used them to put candy and stuff in, small items.
Yeah.
When somebody bought jewelry, we would slide them down in there.
Yeah.
It was one of those things that the cost just
got too high. They were really cool though. I think I have one. I was looking for
Margie's not in yet. I wonder if her husband's doing all right. I'm hoping that he recovers quickly.
What I'm going to do is I want to trim some of this paper up so I thought I had my water pen close by, but I do not.
Like 15 minutes before we went live, I said, do you have everything you need?
I was like, yeah.
I got everything. Judy said, I saved a lot of those bags from purchases I made. Well, now you got a lot of projects you can do.
I wish I would have saved more.
Barb's got a great idea. She ties a piece of fluorescent ribbon to her most lost tools to make sure she can find them in the clutter camouflage pile.
That's what I need to do.
Maybe get one of those little beeper things and just kind of install it on there.
Like if I could tag everything, I would, absolutely.
Apple Air tags.
Yeah.
Barb said it works on the remote too. Our problem with the remote is it gets lost inside the seats.
Yeah, usually it's just in the couch.
Or somebody puts it in the refrigerator when they go to get something out of it.
This is, let me shake this up.
That seems to ruin the remote over time.
This is just Dixie Belle's clear coat, and it's just flat. It's just, for this project, I just thought it was easier to work with, so I'm just shaking mine up because it's been sitting on the counter for a day. And then I'm just going to use a regular brush.
Now, if you're going to use clear coat for furniture projects, make sure you use a clean brush, one that's not dirty like the one Missy's using right now.
Yeah. Well, this brush isn't dirty. It's just.
It looks dirty.
It's an old brush.
That is an old brush.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to put. It's a pretty thin coat, but you can still see it.
Ah, that makes sense. Barb said the ribbon sticking out of the seat cushion is so helpful.
I bet. I'm just going to line mine up and then gently press it down. If you have some cling wrap or plastic wrap, you can use that to keep your hands from sticking to it. So if you hand me a piece of wax paper, I can use that because I don't have no parchment, no cling wrap right now.
That's parchment.
And what I'm going to do is fold this part down because I folded my paper right there.
Wax paper.
What I want to do
The advantage of doing this in your kitchen
is put a little bit of the clear coat right there and then kind of just tuck in my tissue paper.
Donna said, my husband never loses the remote because it's always in his hand.
That's funny.
I can't say that. I never get to choose what we watch, but usually I'm doing something else anyways.
So I just tucked it in a little bit, and then I'm going to come back through and put some clear coat here.
Here lately it's been Kaylee that has the remote all the time.
Make sure I get it in all of the wrinkles. That's going to be your thing is to make sure you get it all in the wrinkles. And then I'm just going to fold this back over like so. Usually I say use cling wrap, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to use this wax paper. I'm just going to press it down and make sure that it's in all of the wrinkles.
This is thin enough to keep it looking like it's actually part of the...
Right.
Like it's meant to be that way. That's why I was so impressed with that other bag.
I'm going to go over it, the top of it, with a final clear coat.
Kat said they have a small shelf in the living room where the remotes live.
It's good. That's responsible. Because I would not be good enough to put mine back on the shelf.
I don't even put my Kindle on the nightstand. When I get done reading at night and it's time for me to fall asleep, I just lay it down beside me and then go.
Yep.
And sometimes I fall asleep with it still in my hand.
All right, so when you get up here to the crease, you're just going to kind of tuck it in. I just use my brush to kind of just push the paper without ripping it. Which if it rips, it's really okay because you're just going to tuck it in. And just make sure that your clear coat is covering it. And then same thing up here on your fold.
One of the advantages of using the flat by Dixie Belle is it's truly flat, so it doesn't change the sheen of the paper, so it's still going to be
dry
flat appearance.
Matte, yeah.
Where matte, on the other hand, still has a slight sheen to it, where a flat does not.
So there's that. Just trying to make sure. If you just look at it like at an angle, you can see where if you've hit it all.
Did you mention where the tissue paper came from? I don't think so.
No, this is just in my personal stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have more of it.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting some of this tissue paper, I definitely can share this tissue paper with you. You can just send us an email and Rodney can get it to you that way. I do have, because it's a bulk order, so I have more at the store.
No, I didn't.
This is just the one pack that I kept here. I just really like this tissue paper a lot. So now you just kind of let it dry and just tuck it in right here.
It's not often I don't know where she gets her stuff at, but I don't know about this tissue paper.
I can't remember.
Boss Groover just subscribed.
Hi.
You got the dancing block up there. It probably played a sound too that I couldn't hear. Okay,
so if you mute my mic, I'll blow dry this real quick.
I'll have to mute both mics. It's too loud.
So it dries fast, so give us 2 seconds.
All right, that was longer than 2 seconds.
Oh, goodness.
I told her that too.
Yeah, you did. All right, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to go ahead and finish pushing my paper right there. I'm just going to use a little bit of clear coat.
Tina said silent movies. Yeah, I wish I had one of those cards I could hold up. Not 2 seconds.
Not 2 seconds. That's that. All right. Is which I am going to plug up my hot glue gun anyways, because I hot glued my flap on
Angel
the other
said,
one.
"Hey, Missy and Rodney, good to see y'all are back on. I watched the other videos. Hopefully those were pretty good, not too boring."
Not too boring, yeah. So I'm just pushing that, is which I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue and just push it right here so that way it doesn't move. And what I'm going to do is kind of just cut the excess away.
Don't cut the bag.
That's what I'm trying not to do. There we go.
I'll tell you what, it's looking pretty cool so far, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I really do like that paper, though.
I like to tuck this part in so that way it just folds.
How much of it do you have? Angel said it's never boring.
Sweet. I don't, like, I have a stack here, but I have unopened packs of it at the store.
What's it, in the back or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go.
There's a lot of stuff in the back. There's probably more stuff in the back that I don't know about than there is stuff that I do know about.
Probably.
Because the only thing I really care about that's in the back is that really old record player that I have. And
I'm just
the
going to
boxes
take
that I ship stuff in.
some clear coat and press my edges down.
Go around main camera so you can kind of see what you're doing.
If I can make it. There we go. I'm just sticking my hand in the bag and kind of pushing it. And then I'm going to go around the edges and make sure that it's all down. And my paper kind of tore right here, but don't worry because I can kind of fix that. And I'm going to do the same thing right here. Just make sure all...
Missy's been hoarding it.
I have.
Yeah, she hoards a lot of stuff.
I do. I have.
There's a reason I avoid walking to the back, unless it's to get a box.
I'm trying to remember that this is still wet. I'm going to press it down a little bit. See, I skipped this. Well, I didn't skip it. just didn't cover it. But it's really okay because I can just paint it because I'm going to paint the back side of this bag.
Just glue it down with the hot glue gun.
But it's still wet, so I'm trying to be gentle with it.
Missy's been hoarding it.
That's true.
That is true. Very true.
So if you like it like this, you can leave it like this. But on my other one, I used brown wax.
Karen said it looks like fabric now.
Doesn't it? And it feels like when it's really dry and everything, it feels like that's how it was meant to be. Like it doesn't, you know.
It's really thick.
Yeah. So I'm going to let this side dry.
I will say that about those Amazon bags. They're actually pretty good. And they're not easy to tear either. So
you can, like I said, you can do the back side of it if you want to. But what I did, I'm trying to push down my edges. What I did on mine is I just painted it so that way it had a finished look. But see, I like how the seam looks like that versus the flat side.
Yeah, because you noticed a lot of people will like paint the bags and leave the flat side.
I'd rather not
out, so it looks like an
I
envelope.
like it like this.
This looks more like a bag.
This is Dixie Belle collard greens. It's one of my favorite greens.
And if anybody needs the links, just let me know. I don't have any links in the description for this because I wasn't sure what color she was using.
But I like.
Sandy says she made a junk journal cover out of one. That's a great idea.
There's a lot of things you can do with these bags. I can kick myself for how many I've thrown away now.
Well, I'm bad about shear tearing them. I want to get my stuff and get it immediately.
I'm just, I'm not laying it down because it's still wet.
Karen said that was a great idea too, about using it for junk journal. Because essentially it is like fabric, because you can bend it up, you can fold it and mash it, and it gets softer and softer.
That's what I did with this. I rolled it up, and then stretched it out, you know, like smoothed it back out.
Reformed it. That's what I was noticing about the other bag. When I saw it sitting up there last night, I thought it was a cloth bag. I was paying no attention at all. I was too busy on the computer doing stuff. I was playing video games, I'm not going to lie. Not gonna lie, I was playing video games. You gotta make time for the stuff you like to do, especially when it's cold and you can't go outside and do other stuff. And I know it's not that cold, but it you know, it is to me. It is to me.
Cold.
I bought me a foot warmer. It's like a heat pad, but your feet go in it. Instead of it sitting like you know how a heat pad sits on top of you, except for my feet slide into this thing and I plug it in. It's got 8 temperature settings. I pump it right up to 8, turn it on 2 hours, and boom, I'm good. That thing is nice.
It is nice.
Have you used it?
I felt it.
I used it as a heating pad the other day when I was laying in a chair and I got cold, and I was like, I wish I had an electric blanket. And I said, oh, I got that foot thing.
I do. I just love that green.
Yeah.
It's my favorite green.
Everybody knows it. Collard is your favorite green.
Trying to make sure I'm not gonna mess it up.
And that you love green colors. Because remember in the summer with all those videos, I think everything was almost green that you painted. It was either collard greens or that English ivy color that you fell in love with.
I do love that one too.
Got to love the greens.
So I'm just gonna paint.
But she doesn't like to eat them. No. But I like to cook them.
I painted the side where I didn't have the paper on there, but it makes sense because this is the back of the bag and it's folded up over there. I'm getting it on my hands.
Donna said it is 24 degrees in Missouri.
Oh, no, thank you. And on this side, I didn't worry about it if I didn't catch it all either because I still go over it with the brown wax. So it just kind of catches it.
Kat says she loves green.
Yeah.
And Sandy said those are some beautiful greens.
I like these.
24 degrees. No, thank you.
No, thank you. Let me set it like that so it can dry.
Now it's like one of those boats. if you folded a triangle on the top, it'd be like those boats that everybody used to make when they were a kid.
Yeah.
I used to wear one on top of my head like I was a captain of a ship out of newspaper. I'm serious.
You're goofy. You're goofy. So the other thing that you could do is like which I used just some scrap lace and stuff on there and just made it like that. But you could add a wood slice with a little saying on it or an ornament like that kind of thing, or you could tags. Yeah, like for me, I was like, there's so many things that you could do with these. And another one I would like to do is to make it look like a feed stack. You know how like Prima has one of those stamps with like the lines that go up and down like that.
Yeah, it's the.
So I think it would be cool
like
to paint it
almost.
all one color and then go through and stamp that on it and just kind of make it look like a feed sack. Or it would be fun to also stencil, like paint it and then stencil something on top of it so you can customize, you know, how
like
it
a feed
looks.
sack.
Yeah, like there's all kinds of things you could do.
They could say Barnyard Friends.
It really could. I mean, you could say whatever
Missy's
you
feed
wanted
store.
to. You could customize it and make it personal. Like if you were gifting it to somebody, you could make it where it says their last name, feed or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, there's all kinds of things. Like my brain was just going 90 to nothing with all the things you can do. But I'm like, I'm going to do the simplest one on a live show.
That would be super cool, Karen said. Angel said, please make it on a live. The one, which one? The cloth, the simulated feed sack, or Missy's feed store, y'all?
Oh my gosh. It's still wet, but you're going to have to mute me if I can blow dry it.
It'll be fine. You just got to let it dry, air dry. Tell them a story.
I don't have a story. You're the only one.
You have loads of stories. You were talking my head off this morning.
I want to wax it.
All right, so Missy's fixing to hair dry it again real quick, and I'm going to mute us. So silent video stuff. Feed sack, she said. She wants the feed sack one.
I'm going to.
Missy's feed sack.
So that means I have to order something off Amazon and that it'll come in a paper sack. Because this is it. These are the only 2 paper sacks. So now I got to.
I might have one at the store because I ordered that
oh,
wiring
yeah,
harness.
from the store. Yep. Okay, yeah. We'll have to see.
Tina said do them all.
Do them all. Just do a bunch of sacks. I think that they're cool. I like them.
Missy Sacks.
Yeah.
Saks 2nd Avenue.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Okay,
Newton.
let me.
Okay, here's what I said. I said, Tina said yes on all. And then she said to use drop cloth to stencil the feed sack.
Mm-hmm.
Barb said, I rarely get a paper sack from Amazon. It's all plastic. See, we used to get plastic too, but I think they're trying to go with that all recycled model on most things. So like all their boxes are lighter than they used to be, and they're starting to send all this stuff in these large paper mailers. And then Kat said, insert old cartoony music. Tina said, sorry, I can't read lips.
Yeah. Yep. See,
Barb said, I guess I will glue my Trader Joe bags together. Oh, yeah, you do have a lot of it.
These are not even unfolded.
I don't even know where we got them at.
I don't either. I
They're
do.
Full size
I was
tissue
thinking when
paper,
I was
though.
blow drying, I was like, wait, I think I know where my heat gun's at. And no, I was wrong. It's not in there.
Yeah, that's what Missy said to me.
That's what I said. I was like, I think I know where my heat gun's at. No. Because if I use my heat gun, I don't have to mute both of us. So I
should
just
have done one of those Charlie Chaplin things.
put some hot glue right there.
Oof.
I'm still wet right here, but I'm trying not to use the blow dryer.
I thought you burned your finger, though.
No. And then I just kind of push my fold.
Do we have a Trader Joe's here? I think we do.
I think it's up like... Then I'm going to do the same thing back here. I'm just going to stick a bead of hot glue. And then it just allows me to keep my fold down. So that is where we are right there.
Oh,
and then on this one, I will say what I did is, I'm not going to do it here so that way it doesn't take forever to dry. But I did take my green and I painted it back here too, just right here. Just so that way when it's open, that's what you see. So it looks like it's green. So I just went through and painted green right here. But I'm not going to do that here because I needed to, I don't want to, I'm trying not to use my hair dryer. So my goal is to find my heat gun. You could easily, you know, use the clear coat to glue this part down, but I'm using my glue gun because that way I don't have to wait for it to dry.
Yeah, Trader Joe's is at the there's one at the Summit in Birmingham.
There you go.
And then there's another one all the way in Huntsville.
Okay, so I did use brown wax to give it a little bit of age on both sides, and it kind of darkens up the this right here. And I'm okay with it being distressed like that. I like that look. So because I used clear coat on top of this, I don't have to worry about fussing with the wax so much. I didn't do anything to this side, so I am just going to wax it with the brown wax. And I really don't care at how much it changes the color because this is already a dark color anyways. So I'm using Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax in brown. And I have a microfiber cloth, and this is just my brown wax brush. And what I do is you want to make sure that it's all the way dry, which mine is.
Strand on it, on your brush.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'll be all right. So what I'm going to do is make sure it's nice and dry.
Could you repurpose Aldi bags? Yes.
I think you could do this with a brown grocery sack.
Yeah, that's what she's talking
about.
Yeah,
I don't think it has to be an Amazon bag. I think you could do it with anything.
It's just the Amazon bags are so...
They're here for us.
I don't know, but they're really thick compared to a paper sack.
They are. So I just brush it on, and then again, if you don't like the grungy or the darkness of it, you don't have to do it.
Angel said, great idea, Kat. Good job, Kat.
What, Kat?
Busting out the ideas. She said that about the repurposing Aldi bags.
Yeah. I just like mine to be a little bit darker around the edges right here so I don't wipe off as much. But I just work in sections. Sections. Did I say it right?
Yeah, sections.
Sections.
It's like Oscar in The Office when he's trying to say that when they're playing that game.
Yeah.
That's the way you sounded when you said it.
And I just wipe away the excess so you can see the difference in the color that it does.
Yeah, I like that.
I do too.
It gives it that classic, the old paper sack look.
What I do is I just wipe away less pressure right here. So that way my edges are a little bit darker.
That way it looks like a worn, dirty
yeah.
Worn, dirty bag. Because that's where dirt would naturally accumulate. Because you'd be lifting it up and it'd get on skin holes and all that junk gets on there.
And then I just wipe away.
We actually don't know. I don't know where she got the newspaper paper at.
I really don't. I've had it for I've probably had it for over a year. So I don't know where I got it. But I do have enough to share. So if you want some, just send Rodney an email and we can, as soon as
or a Facebook message.
As soon as we get to the store, which will be there tomorrow all day, we can figure out something. We can figure something out and invoice you if you do want it. It's cool. A bunch, yeah. I have a bunch of it. I've been hoarding it.
New Domestic Sewing Company.
It's really cool. Okay, so for this, what I did is I just kind of really focused here so that way that line is nice and hard right there. And then I just buff it out like that.
Come this way some. There you go. Towards me. There you go. That
just really make good. Sure. Yeah. And then I just take my cloth and I just kind of keep going around in the center of the bag until it's nice and lighter and then my edges are darker. That's how I like to do it. That's how I like it. And then I just flip it over and I do the same thing back here.
Ooh, woof. Tina said, I have some Tim Holtz material that would make a great bag. He does mostly grunge, which I love.
Yeah. Now, because I didn't clear wax or put a clear coat on it, this is gonna,
grip a lot different.
But it's a dark color and it's really okay. But it is gonna seal this paint up. Now, if you were to put like a real plant in here and use it as like for like a topiary, a plant bag or whatever to cover your plant, you could put like a glass bowl or something down in there.
Angel said you can put some journals or stamps in there for storing them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you could punch it great. And put twine, make some handles for it.
Oh yeah, punch it.
Use a hole punch.
You could even get some tarp grommets and put them on there and stamp those in with that tool. No, maybe it's hammer. I can't remember how did I do it. Oh, I did it with a regular pair of pliers. When we did the drop cloth over our non-existent carport door. Tina said, looking great.
Thank you. Now I'm going to try to be careful because I'm going to paint the inside of this one. But like I said, this is just the back of the bag. I just do it so that way it's finished, like it's a finished product.
Well, especially since it'll be holding some trees in our house, you got to make it look really good.
Yeah. I'm just going to go through and wipe here just one more time. So there's my sack.
That looks good.
Yeah. And then what I do is I kind of just press it down to give myself a flat bottom. Let me look at it. And then I take just some scrap. I thought I had another piece of cardboard, and I just kind of like on that one, my box fit perfectly. After I broke down the box, it just went in there and fit perfectly. But this one, I think because this box is so big, let's see if I can just tear it up here and see how much.
Barb said that would make a cute gift basket.
I think so too. Just kind of.
She says that she loves all the ideas that you give her.
Oh, thank you. Y'all are
Karen
sweet.
said she loves it. Sandy said looks great.
My box will fit in here. So I just use a box, piece of cardboard, and I just tuck it in there.
Well, it's kind of like those bags you buy at the store where they have that hard thing that goes in the bottom.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And just so that way it gives it a little bit more stability, because at first I thought it needed some weight or something in the bottom of it.
And that's the advantage of these Amazon mailers. They're so thick.
They are thick.
You don't really have to be concerned about them tearing.
And then this, like this tree, and the thing about cardboard is you can just bend it.
Yeah.
So it just kind of molds to how you want it to be. Let me look at it from the front. I need this tree to be a little bit bigger. Let's see. You could also use paper, like stuff it with paper.
Oh yeah, void fill paper.
Void fill paper.
Which you get from Amazon for free as well.
Yeah, when it comes in the packages.
Yeah, when they don't throw bubble mailers in it. I like the void fill better than I do bubble mailers.
I like that.
If y'all notice, when I ship stuff, I also use void fill now because I like it much better. It keeps your stuff safer.
It's not. I need the.
Bubble wrap has its place.
It does have its place.
But it's not to fill voids.
Let me get some. I don't have any.
I don't like peanuts, so you guys will never receive a package from me with
peanuts.
These new peanuts that they're putting in stuff are made out of vegetables or something.
I don't even know how they.
You can smash those down.
Yeah, how they work.
They stay smashed.
I don't have any void paper here.
Tina said use a block sitter.
A block sitter would work too. Don't have void paper, but I do have Piggly Wiggly bags.
And she said, I didn't see the sample, so now I'm seeing what you did, and I love it.
All right, so there's that. Then if I take, this is just scrap burlap that I have. And I just tuck it in.
Barb said, mush it and mold it in the shape, size of your choice. And that's how we're making Christmas decor with it.
And then...
Because I put that in the title, because I didn't know what else to call it.
I really like the lace on it. I like that lace on this one. I like it because it just makes it look a little bit more.
It brightens it up a little bit.
Yeah, it just.
It matches the snow in a tree as well.
And I didn't glue on that one. I didn't glue anything, or I just left it like it is. I just tied it loosely around it because I want to. If I, decide not to use it no more, I get to save my
ribbon,
my lace.
Or you could repurpose the bag to hold something else. Barb says, I'm envisioning my Easter tree in there.
Wouldn't that be?
That's a great idea.
Let me push this stuff over so I can show you both.
I'll back the camera up. The other one she made is much bigger.
It's bigger. This one's bigger, but my trees are bigger. Do it like
that one's more like a bush, a big juniper bush.
I want to come and look from the front. I want to look from the front. I like them.
Kat said this would be a cute idea for gifting instead of a gift basket to a gift baggie.
I think it's cute.
Yeah, I think he did a great job. I really love the when I saw it
And
last
then that's
night,
the
I was
back of
really,
it.
really
So
stunned.
if you did two like that, you know, you could do, you can make it
that is
contrasting.
Great. That's a great idea.
Contrasting colors. But see, I like to keep my trees up after Christmas.
Yeah, because our house goes to winter theme after Christmas.
Yeah,
so the Christmas tree comes down. But
I love all
the
of
winter
my
trees come out.
little winter trees and stuff like that. So I like to keep these out for a little bit longer. And see, I have these two little trees too. So now I need to make
miniature bags.
Miniature bags for these because I think that would be cute too.
Angel said, love them. Very talented, Missy. Karen said, so cute. Barb said, so cool.
I like them.
Carol said, beautiful, Missy. Hearts.
Hearts.
Barb said, you hit it out of the park again. Could you waterproof the bag? It would look great on my porch. You could actually. You could spray it with Krylon Crystal Clear.
Crystal Clear. I know it. Yeah. Yeah.
2 coats of Crystal Clear. That would be waterproof on the outside. They used to make a spray that was a water repellent. But I think they quit. Oh, you could snow seal the inside of it like you do a tarp. And that would make the inside waterproof. Like you could put water in it.
Yeah, I like them. And so
Karen says
really
she goes
easy.
from Christmas to snowmen.
Okay. See, snowman is still a winter thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Specifically,
I like it. Yeah. I do trees, though. That's what I like. Yeah, the trees.
I like snowmen.
You like snowmen?
Mm.
Yeah, I like trees. Either which way, though, look how cute it is. I think it's cute. And it's repurposed. And when you're done with it, it's not that big of a deal. You don't have that much into it. Because, like, I can take this off. So all I got is the tissue paper in it. I don't know. I think there's a lot of things to do with it. I want to order some stuff and get some bags.
Yeah, okay. What you gonna order? I think only books come in those bags. Actually.
I wish you could just send Amazon an email and say, "Can I just get some of your bags?"
They probably do have them.
Some paper bag mailers.
Or it'd be some cheap company like Jamar Pack or whatever it's
I just
called.
like them. But again, remember on these, I turned them inside out so that way the crease is here and it's not that flat edge. You could easily use Mod Podge. It's thicker.
Yeah, and Donna just pointed out that they make a dishwasher safe Mod Podge now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You can use Mod Podge. It is thicker. It'll take a little bit longer to dry. So you could use that easily. But
And it might adhere to the bag. It might adhere the paper to the bag better too, as well.
Yeah. But then you do want to go over it with the top or whatever, and then you can wax it. You cannot wax it. You can add. It's all about what you want to do. I just like the newspaper print. So again, if you are interested in some of this tissue paper, just send Rodney a message or email, and
Yep.
I'll show him where the stash that I have in the back of it, so he can go through that. Yeah, he can figure that out.
Yeah, and so there we go. I can figure it out.
So he can figure that out. Yeah. I like them.
Kathy said, "Put the word out to your neighbors to save them for you."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, Kat, I'm gonna make sure I tell Kat. Whoever orders the Amazon bags, if they come in.
Well, now I won't go through when the ones come into the store. I won't be like.
Yeah, I think that they're cool. Yeah. When she said the Easter tree, man, there's all kinds of, I think, things you could use them for. I like them.
Kathy, I imagine you could order as many sheets as you wanted to. I don't know how many we have, but right here in my hand, I know that this has got to be at least 25.
It comes in it's a pretty big, thick stack. So,
how big of is it? A giant stack?
That's just one pack that I opened up. I think. Like that, I opened the bag up.
Did we get this in a estate sale or anything or something?
I really can't remember. Like I said, we've had it for over a year, so I And I've used it a couple
I
of
don't
times.
like not knowing where something came from.
Yeah, I've used it a couple of times, but
yeah, I'd say this is probably 25 sheets right here.
But the one sheet is what I used on the. I used one sheet for each paper bag.
Easily.
So, and I have leftovers, obviously, because you saw me tear up.
Angel says, "Send the paper in one of those bags for us." Yeah. I have some paper mailers at the store, but they're not near as good as these. They're document mailers.
There's a whole, yeah, you could get the tissue paper and some white paint and some clear.
Oh, Karen's leaving. She said, "Have a good weekend." She's going to head to her daughter's classroom to do some volunteering.
Yep. All right. Thank y'all so much. But that's it. That's all I got for us today, too.
Wow, that's very abrupt.
It worked. It went.
That
Karen's leaving, so I'm going to. Karen says she can go, then I'm going to go too.
Well, guys, thank y'all for joining us this Friday again.
Yes.
And we know this video is a little shorter than our last one, but it's a pretty simple project.
Yeah, it was pretty simple.
So y'all give it a shot.
Definitely let your coat dry. That would be my biggest tip. I was kind of rushing through it, but make sure you let it dry. Will we be here next Friday?
Yes.
Yes, we will be here next Friday. So, yeah.
We won't be here the Friday after Christmas. We won't
be, that Friday. So we will be back next Friday with another project.
Yep. Y'all have a great weekend. Be safe and stay weather aware in those areas y'all are freezing in.
Yeah. Y'all have a good weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.